Scary situation while hunting. When hunters become hunted. This is a while back when we were hunting up here in the Northern California area. When me and my party, which is my dad, my uncle, my brothers, and my brother-in-law, we were hunting in this area. And one day on a weekend, my parents and uncle had left already during the week. We told them that the boys would follow up on Friday night or Saturday, catching up to them. So they're going to set up camp and all that good stuff. And us boys would follow up after work when we're done and weekend hits. So we headed up there, and my dad and my uncle, they were already out in the mountains looking for tracks, looking for signs of good hunting areas. When I got there, my dad had told me, hey, there's this one spot where there's a lot of animal trails, and it's probably a prime spot. If you want, we can go and check out, and if you like it, you can hunt that area. We mainly do a lot of tree standing hunt only, so that's why we would go out, look at a spot, find good areas where it's promising, and then we'll set up. But it's out in public land, so it's not like, oh, we know this spot good, we know that spot good, we know that spot good. So we have to go every season. We would go out and look for these spots. My dad and I, we went up at this one area. It's a nice setup. The setup was kind of nice because it would set up on like on the side of a mountain where the animals would travel to climb up the mountain, and then it levels out. So at that level out, that's where all the tracks are intertwining. And then it goes up a little hillside, more up, and then the tracks keep going up like that. So, and then my dad says, this is a nice place. So we found a tree that was kind of high enough so you could sit up there and see all around you. So you can have a kind of bird's eye view of everything. So I decided, okay, this is a good spot. So we kind of like clean up the area, set up the tree. It's going, okay, if we're going to put the tree stand, we're going to put it facing this direction. When we climb up, we're probably going to go up like maybe 15, 20 yards, somewhere up there high enough so we could see everything. So we set up that day. We looked up around the whole tree and said, okay, this is good. What we're going to do is we'll come here early in the morning, and then you could climb up this tree, and hopefully we harvest something here. It's promising because there's a lot of tracks everywhere. So I was like, oh yeah, I was hyped up. Like, yeah, this is a good spot. So we came back to camp that evening, and then everybody came back from their scouting area. So we were talking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna be here at this tree stand. What about you? Oh, I'm gonna be in this tree stand. So we kind of like plan out of where we're gonna be. So while we're hunting, we kind of have an idea of where everybody's at on that mountain range. So we made up dinner, set up dinner, we ate, barbecue, had a good night. My dad says, oh, let's hit the sacks early because we're gonna wake up early in the morning, around 4 o'clock. Okay, so we set up a timer and said, okay, let's all go to bed and get ready. The next morning, my dad was knocking on my tent. All right, son, get up, it's time now. I looked at the time, it's like 4:03, early in the morning, pitch black. I'm like, okay, so let's get set up. So I brought my stuff, brought my jacket, brought my scent lock stuff, brought my arrows, my bows, set up everything. And I didn't want to wear thick because in the cold, when you're walking out there and you're walking around bushwhacking in the dark, you get sweaty. And when you sweat a lot, it's not going to be good when you're sitting up in a tree stand and you're going to be getting hit by all these winds, this morning weather. It gets really cold. So I knew not to like dress thick. So I packed my thick stuff in my backpack, and I just wore my medium light clothes. So we drove on the dirt road. It was my brother, my dad, and me going to that side of the mountain range. This is still like early in the morning. We got out, and then my dad said, all right, so the tree stand's over there. It's about it's like a good 40-50 yards walk from the dirt road. So my dad says that's the direction. And technically I forgot something. I left out something that was kind of important. The day before, when my dad and I were spotting this area, when we came back, we left these little reflectors tacked on trees. So we'll come back to like maybe 15-20 yards, pin a reflector pin on the tree, come back down a little bit more and place another one there. So in the morning when you go and you flash your light, it will indicate where you're gonna go. So we got there early in the morning. I flashed out my flashlight and spot all this trail. So I'm like, okay, so it's not far down there. So I went, my dad went, we went there, and sure enough, I forgot to mention that mountain range right there has a lot of mountain lions. We've seen a lot of bears. We've seen a lot of mountain lions. 2 months before that, we went and set up our trail camera, and we captured all these bears and mountain lions in the area. So we had an idea that, okay, this is a prime mountain lion and bear territory. Well, on that morning hunt when we went there, I didn't even think about any of that. I was just like, oh, okay, this is good hunt, so I'm gonna go set up in my tree stand, have a good time, and hopefully I see something that I can harvest. So I flashed my light, see all the reflected little lights trail on these trees leading up to the tree stand. So okay, that's the spot. So I started going there. My dad went with me too. He wants to make sure I'm up the tree before he can go to his tree stand. So we went there. I set up my tree stand. I started climbing. I told Dad, okay, Dad, I'm good. You can go back. It's gonna be a morning, and then when you get to your spot, it's gonna be too late by then. So my dad said, okay. So he went back. My brother and him got in the truck, and they went to my dad's tree stand area. At first, I was climbing. I got all my stuff. I started climbing up the tree stand. Got up to the spot where I thought, okay, this is good enough. This is high enough. I'll be able to see everything from here. And that time, it was still pitch black. So I hung up my arrow. I hung up my bow. I hung up my backpack and start prepping and breaking down. So it was around 4:30 by then. And then I know that, when the sun starts to rise, it's going to get real cold. So I pulled out my my scent lock, my thick, heavy-duty jacket and pants. So I put them on. All right, I slipped them on. I put on my scent locker hoodie, put on my gloves. And then I set my arrow, set my bow to where if I need it, I'll just reach and grab it. This time, I turned around and was going to sit on the seat of the tree stand. And I thought, well, maybe it's going to get real cold, so let me just tuck up a little bit more because I don't want to be moving around that much. And if I move around a lot, the animals might hear me and they'll just stop coming. So I decided, okay, let me just hoodie up. So I decided to, zip everything up. I had a hoodie, everything, so I started to zipping it up to where it just covers my eyes. Put my gloves on. I sat down, and this time it was still pitch black. And I sat on the tree stand, and I hear all these night animals, like crickets and night creatures, and the night sounds, and it was pretty relaxing because I was all tucked up now, nice and warm. I covered everything, just left my eyes and a little bit of my face exposed so I could breathe easy. So, but as I was sitting there, and I don't know, for quite a while, for a little bit. And then I noticed that, hey, how come all the crickets stopped crying? All the night sounds started fading away. And usually when you hear something like that, you know that, oh, something's gonna happen. Something weird or something different is gonna happen. So I sat there and I was listening, and I hear like rufflings, like a little like a really light ruffle. And I thought, well, what is that? Because it's pitch black, I see nothing. When I open my eyes, it's all just black everywhere. But I hear this light ruffling, like kind of like cloth ruffling a little bit. And I was thinking to myself, well, I don't know. It's all quiet out here. There's nothing here, so there shouldn't be anything like that. So I quiet down a little bit, listen to it. I sat there for a little bit, and I hear it again, like ruffling. And I'm going, what? What the heck is that? I'm all tucked here, but usually I thought that, when you're all tucked in like that, when you move around and how your jacket, your hoodie, and your gloves and all that, your cloth, all that cloth making all that ruffling noise. So I'm like, oh, it's probably just my the way I'm moving around is making all that noise. So I was like, okay, well, not move. I will try not to move this time. Stay real still and see what happens. So yeah, sure enough, I sat there, leaned my back against the tree, stood real quiet, and then I hear it again. That ruffling sound. I go, what the heck? I ain't even moving, but it's still there. And then I didn't think of anything, but I'm going, what? I'm not even moving, but I'm hearing that trickle, that ruffling, it's like clock ruffling thing. Well, and then it dawned on me. And then I sat there for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, I feel like something's watching me. Like something's watching me. All the hairs on my arms and my neck, they're right straight up. And I have this feeling, oh, something's watching me. And then I notice, oh shoot, this is mountain lion territory. It's pitch black. I'm in the dark here. I'm in his realm right now. I'm in his territory. I'm in his home. He has the advantage. And then all that started coming to my head, and I noticed that. And then I realized that, oh, that ruffling noise, that's not ruffling noise. That might be like something walking on the ground, and it's just, I noticed that. I was paying attention to it, and then I was breaking down that sound, and then I realized, oh shoot, those are not my clothes ruffling. It sounded like when the big cats like that lift their paws, them little sand and dirt that's underneath the paws. Yeah, they fall off as he takes a step, and that's what was making all that little trickling noise sound. So I noticed that, oh shoot, that sound is not like far; it's real close to me. So as I'm sitting in a tree stand, all right, to my left is where the slope is, so it comes up, right, and then it levels out to where I'm at. And to my right is where it starts to slope up again onto the mountain side. And I noticed that, oh shoot, it was like 3 o'clock from where I'm sitting. Down below, a little bit in that area, is where I hear that ruffling sound. And then I realized that, oh shoot, it's underneath me to be that close for me to hear that sound. So I was like, it was pitch black. I started to panic. I'm going, oh shoot. All right, don't panic. I know, I could sense it's right down beneath me, about 2-3 o'clock where I'm at, down beneath me. That's where the sound is at. So I realized, oh, it's really, really close. In the state that we hunt, when it's archery season, you're not supposed to carry any type of firearm. So I didn't bring my sidearm. All I had was my bow, my arrow, my flashlight, my first aid kit, and a little bit, quite a snack I packed just for like a day pack snack and something like that. And then my hunting knife. And as I sat there, I realized that, oh shoot, it's underneath me. I know, I could sense it right there underneath me. So I try not to move. And I know for sure these animals, they could see at night. Because in order to be that close, I know that he sensed me already. He knows where I'm at. So I stayed as quiet as possible. And I had my knife. That's my only protection, was my knife. So I slowly pulled out my knife, hold the knife on my lap, and then my left hand slowly grabbed the flashlight and held it tight. And I was, in my head, it was running 100 miles. I was thinking, oh shoot, what if this thing climbed up the tree and come and get me? I was thinking, all right, I'm gonna flash my light so I could see what the heck is going on. And the best thing I could do is just defend myself with my knife. And it's not a big knife, it's just a normal hunting knife, skinny knife. That was my only protection. So I sat there and listened to it, focus on that area. And when I sat there, I heard it purring. You know how when your home house cat, when they purr, they sit on there and they're purring? Yeah, that's what I heard. But it was low, it was deep, and it was rumbling. And I know that for sure 100% that's a mountain lion. That's a cat. No animal does that sound up here in the mountains. And I froze. I just like, okay, this is it. I'm just going to sit here and hopefully nothing dramatically happens. So I sat there and listened. And then all I heard was that purr. And that went on for like a good 15, 20 minutes. I would sit there quietly, and then it'll be quiet, and all of a sudden I hear it again. And then it died down. And I would sit there again, listen for a couple minutes, and then I hear it again. And in my head I was like, oh shoot, I know for sure it's not going to go anywhere. He probably noticed I'm here, and that's why it's sitting there for a long time. And I was like, in my head I was like, oh my gosh, please, like, please daylight break, please son, I want to see some light here because it's pitch black. And it went on like that for like I say about 15-20 minutes. And I just froze. I was like, okay, this is it. If it comes up, I'm gonna have to defend myself. I'm just praying that it wouldn't come up. And I just sat there, froze there for like a good 20-30 minutes. And then I could see slowly, or I could see lightly, you know, when the dawn breaks, I could see the skies lightly, and I could see silhouettes of the trees already. And by the time when I realized I see all that and was focused on that spot below me, it was quiet. It was dead quiet, like it was gone or something. So I was praying, oh thank goodness it didn't come up. Thank goodness the day is here, and thank goodness nothing happened to me. And that was kind of scary. So we always hunt in pairs, but my dad's stand was like I say, quite a bit out. We had our radios too, but I didn't want to move around too much because I didn't want to cause a lot of attraction. So yeah, that was my scary moment there. And then thank goodness nothing happened. Daybreak, and I could see again, so I was like, yeah, I was relieved.